Hi, Maribel Serrano. I'm here with Tina Aldet, CEO and founder of Savvy Travelers. She just gave an amazing speech here at the annual convention for the California Chamber of Commerce, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. That was so wonderful, so inspiring. You made a little video. Talk to me about how do you feel? Have you had other speaking engagements? How does it feel to be here speaking to so many Hispanic business owners?
I'm still shaking.
That was a great presentation, so inspiring. I was like crying.
I think that I feel the love from my people, our culture. So although I also feel nervous about sharing my story because it isn't all, it's not always all happy. It's about coming from a hard place and overcoming challenges that I think we've all faced.
But then in the end, that's what makes a great story, right? The fact that you're human and you went through all these struggles and you were able to overcome them. When you were a little girl and you had all these, dreams, what was it that kept you motivated, that you didn't fall into like drugs or, other ways of coping, and you instead just use it to kind of motivate yourself to do better?
Well, two things. Like I said, I believe in Jesus. I'm a Christian, but I also am the eldest. So I have the oldest child syndrome. And that is when you kind of assume the responsibilities of parents that are not often interacting as parents should.
What would you say is one of the best things, because you are very big on giving back to your community, what has been one of the most inspiring things that you've been able to witness as you're giving back?
One of the most inspiring things that I've ever been able to witness is watching kids graduate that I've mentored. I think some of the best things is watching people that I have worked with follow their dreams, find their passion, and then eventually find their career, the things that they love. So that's been great.
And you started with the smaller units, right, for your business. But it kept going, right? And so now there are different brands, I think, similar products. Has that affected you in any way?
No. Well, actually, my first company was Foot Pedals. I sold that company. And no, because when you're in business, I just think of it as like UGG boots. Everybody copied UGG boots, but UGG boots is still number one. So if you're the best and the best in market, first in class, then, there you go. So
how have you been able to keep that reputation, because there have been other similar products? How do you, how does UGG stay UGG boots? How do you keep that so it doesn't get mixed up with the other brands?
It is very important to be authentic to your brand. I mean, I'm a woman, so I create products for myself as a woman, as a traveler, as, person on the go. We have a fast-paced lifestyle. So the products that I create are very unique and also application-specific.
And how do you find your target audience? Do you just is there a strategy? Do you write it down? Do you do focus groups? How do you kind of identify that?
There is a strategy. We write it down. We do focus groups. We do test marketing. So this is the third phase of our brand, and once we finally got the third phase of packaging, you're going to fail a couple times before you hit the winning ticket, and we hit that final brand and the products just started selling and the buyers were going crazy and the reorders started coming in. So we knew that's when you got it. But you can't give up. You got to just be able to be resilient and change and move on a dime if you have to.
And you did mention, it is sometimes difficult to admit some things about our lives, right? Like you mentioned about you didn't finish your formal education or college, which I think is a great story, because even so, you're still this super successful businesswoman, and a lot of people do go to college and kind of end up lost at the end. So what are your plans? Do you plan to go back to school, or do you kind of just like where you are now, or you're going to keep expanding on that?
Well, I've gone back to school when I had the company Foot Pedals, and I became a certified pedorthist. And now, my dream was, if I ever could have been something like professional, I would have been a lawyer. So I just practice kitchen lawyer, write my contracts, and then I give it to the real pros. I read constantly. I usually have 5 books going at one time. I read every single day in order to stay current and stay on top of things and constantly learn.
That's wonderful. Well, your story really inspired me so much, and it resonated with me, and I'm sure it did with so many other people. I know you're nervous, but it was great, so inspiring, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this day. Appreciate it.